We are going to talk about how to analyze meme coins in PulseChain on DEX Screener. And really, you can use this to analyze any single cryptocurrency ever. It's all on-chain. All right, no centralized exchanges here. We're on the decentralized exchange. We're on app.pulsex.com. If you're new, and you don't already know, when you go to app.pulsex.com, you just click the IPFS button, or you could download it locally. Click IPFS and it'll pull this screen up right here. You're just swapping any coin you want for any coin you want. Now, recently, Pump.Tires just launched in PulseChain, and it kicked off a whole bunch of meme coins, maybe a little meme coin season, potentially. And the ones that we're going to go over, we're going to talk about what really matters, all right, for the price, for the market cap. A lot of you guys think market cap matters, but it doesn't really matter. You're just making it up in your head that it matters, but what you really want, when you say, oh, I need a 10x in market cap, or oh, this can go from 1 million to 10 million market cap, you basically just mean it can go from 10x in price. Okay, that's basically what people are talking about. Because with all these meme coins, especially the ones on Pump Tires or Solana Pump Fun, they have a fixed circulating supply. So dexscreener.com is where you're going to go to analyze all these different coins. Now, this is Richard Heart's meme coin, allegedly, most token. Look at the market cap. Oh, it's almost 100 million, right? People put these artificial limits in their head, and they say, oh, well, it's so hard for it to go to a billion market cap because it's already 90 million. And like, just because it's a big number, people are like biased towards these big numbers, I think. What really matters for the price to go up is how much or how little liquidity there is. All right. Everyone talks about market cap as if it's like the standard, but they're usually just talking about like pump fun trash. You know, these garbage coins that always have a fixed supply. So with every single coin on Pump Tires, it has a fixed supply of 1 billion coins. Market cap is supply times price. So if the supply is 1 billion and it's not inflating or deflating, then all you really care about is the price. Okay, the number of coins isn't going to move. But what people aren't telling you about, specifically these coins like Most, coins like Best, coins like Pump, Trump, all the deployer OA coins. A lot of these coins that were created by the first user on Pump.Tires, especially Most, it has 80% of the supply locked in the origin address. Well, it's not actually locked. It could get dumped at any moment. But because people associate, the Pump.Tires deployer with Richard Heart, and they associate Richard Heart with the origin address, and we know that HEX, the origin address that owns like 80-90% of the coins, has never sold a single HEX in 5 years. This is like the base assumption. This is like the real alpha, that people are new to PulseChain. They don't understand that rather than having seed round, Series A, Series B, all these marketing funds and just JEETs, JEET Central, and white-collar JEETs too. The JEETs are wearing suits and ties, and they got LinkedIn profiles. Everyone's a JEET, and that's the main problem in crypto. But Richard Heart, if he owns all the coins, this guy's a rich retired billionaire, and he's just doing this to be the best. He's doing it almost for a laugh sometimes. So he doesn't dump the coins, and what you got to realize is that, 80% of these coins are dormant. So really, divide this by 5. Okay, because only 20% of the coins are circulating. So, if it's 100 million market cap, well, really, it's only 20 million market cap. But really, that doesn't matter to you because you care about how pumpable the coin is. Lower liquidity coins are more pumpable, and that's why people are attracted to meme coins. Because they start out with nobody, 0 holders. And then they big bang and they explode into like 100 holders, 1,000, 10,000, etc. And as it grows, look at the Bitcoin chart. These things taper off. They asymptote, right? They taper off over time. All the biggest gains are usually achieved in like the first couple of weeks. And with meme coins, you're lucky if it lasts maybe 6 months, and then most of them just die forever. As we're seeing with all the pump fun trash, even like Dog Whiff Hat, all these coins are just dead forever because look, it's just a cultural rotating casino. Okay, cultural meta. Dog Whiff Hat, sorry guys, it wasn't the future of finance. And Peanut will not be the future of finance. But these things are culturally relevant and fun for a period of time. And the people that make money are the people that are early. Okay, it's very, very simple. Most people, they buy them one time, and then they go out on the internet and they just try to convince everybody to buy after them. I'm just exposing the game. This is how the game works. Okay, with these meme coin traders, a lot of them have no conviction. A lot of them don't really believe in anything. So it's like, scammers trying to scam other scammers, and it's just a big rat race. It's a big rotation. Culture casino. I'm pointing out Most, and I'm pointing out Best, and other coins like DMND. We'll talk about these coins. Because they actually have, like on PulseChain, what you'll find is different than Solana trash, is some people are willing to have the courage to stand behind certain coins. Or some coins are, allegedly, we have a conspiracy theory, some of these coins like Best and Most are deployed by the actual developers of PulseChain or Richard Hart Associates. Maybe. Again, no proof, right? But maybe. And they have all the markings of the diamond-handed supply. And look at the liquidity, okay? If you double the liquidity, you 4x the price. If you 10 times the liquidity, you 10x the price. You 100x the price. So it functions as a square. I don't want to go into how automated market makers work because you guys probably don't care. Double liquidity, 4x the price. 10x liquidity, 100x the price. You know, what happens if you 5x the bid side? You 25x the price. It's a square. You get it? So we scroll down over on DEX Screener, and you're going to see these two very important numbers over here. The most token that's pooled together and the PLS that's pooled together. So right now, most token is called the sell side, or the ask. And we can call PLS the bid side, or the buy side. Okay? The layer 1 coin is what everybody takes profit in. On Solana, everybody takes profit back to Solana, and then they rotate again. They play at the casino again. They roll the dice one more time. PLS is the same way. Ethereum is the same way. The cool thing about these culture casinos is that it traps people on the network, and people don't leave. Okay? That's what's really going on here. So it's better to exit for the core coin, you know, the layer 1 coin, Pulse, rather than dollars, because that means every dollar that's getting funneled into PulseChain is staying on the network and it's sticky. And it doesn't hurt. The only thing that ever affects the USD price is when you sell a coin for US dollars. So if I'm buying Pulse and then I'm buying most, did I hurt the price of Pulse? No, I didn't do anything. I just changed the ratio around of Pulse to most. But I already bought Pulse up first to begin with. I had to pay to play. You understand? I had to get the money onto the chain first. Now, when I say, you know, if you double the bid side, you 4x the price, that means that if there was another 640K added, and time stood still and nobody else bought or sold or pulled liquidity or added liquidity in a vacuum, some rich guy comes along with $640,000. What does that do to the price? Well, it goes from 9 cents to 18.27.36. Remember 4x because you doubled the bid side, you 4x the price. That's how Uniswap works. That's how Uniswap v2 works. And you'll notice that PulseChain PulseX is a fork of Uniswap v2 with symmetric liquidity. Symmetric liquidity means you have to put up an equal amount on both sides. Now, just like every person in their wallet has a public address, right? 0x, blah, 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 whatever. Every coin has a public address. I know this is going to be a review for a lot of you guys, but people are wondering, right? People don't know exactly how this works sometimes, especially newbies. Pay close attention. Listen to this whole thing. It might be valuable. Coins have a contract address. People say, what's the ticker? What's the CA? CA stands for contract address. Just like every person has a public address that I can send you money to, or you can send me money to mine, every coin has a contract address, and you click right here to copy it. So most token, click here and notice that it's copied to clipboard. And if you want to go trade over on app.pulsex.com, you can always just go here, and when you want to buy a different coin that's not listed in the default dropdown, remember, we just see how it says search name or paste address? I paste the address right here, and boom, there's my token. Now, alternatively, I could search for most, and I would find this token. Now, what's interesting is that with most, Trump, and Pump, you'll see the logos on PulseX have been added. Some people think this matters because, again, this is one more clue that this could potentially be, you know, one of those insider, you know, developer created coins. This could actually be Richard Hart's meme coin, because why are the logos added so quickly to the default logo dropdown? You know what I mean? There's only a few, like a couple hundred coins in the default dropdown, and anything that's not in default will not have a logo. Notice how I added the fake Cardano, which is pumping harder than the real Cardano. Charles Cuxon, suck it. But look, if it doesn't have a logo, all you do here, like best token, doesn't have the logo yet. Maybe it will someday. Maybe it will someday. And we could look at the price of a coin right here. Heavy consolidation phase. I'm on the log chart. I'm on the log chart there. So this was the meme coin created by 3 Commas Capital. Allegedly, we think. And it also has 80% of the supply sent to the Pump Tires deployer address, the initial guy. So we believe that's never going to get sold as well, but it could. It might. So let's not gamble our whole life savings on these, okay? These are meme coins. You should expect to get rugged or lose everything, like every once in a while on meme coins. I'm just telling you about the ones I like because I have actual reasons for liking them. I'm going to go into those reasons too. We're going to look at people's unrealized losses. We're going to look at how to analyze meme coins on DEX Screener, and some really important metrics that nobody talks about, like simple stuff, number of holders. All of these metrics are much easier to analyze when there's only a couple hundred, couple thousand holders, okay? When you get to a mainstream coin, it's almost impossible, especially if it's not trading on DEXs. It's almost impossible to analyze coins when they get a little bit more popularity. But Best token, right? This is brand new. I'm on the 15-minute chart, which normally for a long-term hold, you'd never want to be, right? By the way, long-term holding is the way to go. All these meme coins, if I make profits on, I rotate them back to core coins. PLS, PulseX, HEX, INC. For me, those are long-term holds. I don't know about these other meme coins. Look, Most and Best, because they're Richard Heart associated, maybe they're long-term holds. Probably not more than a couple months, but we will see. You know, I've already taken profit on a couple. But here's Best, which I have a bag of right now. And look, it's only been out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So, back to the DGen 15-minute chart. Because if you guys are going to DGen, at least be a little bit smarter, right? Remember, over here, what matters? Market cap? Not really. But if market cap did matter to you, then instead of 5 million market cap, let's call it 1 million. Because remember, 80% of those 1 billion coins is burnt or, well, sent to a dormant address. And now we're going to scroll down. This is the Best contract address where my mouse is. Look right here. Copy this. 0x846. And remember, if we want to trade that and you don't know, and you're saying, oh, I can't find it in the dropdown because Best doesn't come up. What do? Well, you copy paste, Control V, see how it noticed Best Everything coin. Import that coin. Say, I understand this is an unknown coin. Now, don't just do this for any old coin. There's a lot of scammers trying to take your money out there. But if you don't see a coin in the dropdown, add the coin's contract address. The coin ticker and the contract address are synonymous in crypto. If you want to buy Best token, this is how you do it. You have to add it manually. And who knows, maybe the logo will be added one day. And maybe you could look at that and interpret that like it's a bullish thing. Look, if you want to go to scan.pulsechain.com as well, this is the Blockchain Explorer. The Blockchain Explorer is another way that you can analyze coins. So follow with me and let me show you some tricks. If you go to the IPFS site or you can download it locally, click here. Now we get to the Blockchain Explorer. We copy and paste the contract address here. Look, 0x84. And look, at notice the token, Best Everything coin. Now we can see that Best Everything coin has only 506 holders. Like I said, most of the advantage of these meme coins is just getting in early and dumping on the next guy. I mean, really, that's every market ever. Okay, like that's stocks. You buy it, you hope the price goes up, and you dump on somebody that's willing to buy it at a higher price because they value it higher than you value it. That's how things are, guys. That's the way the world works. Holders, 506. That's not a lot yet compared to, let's say we search for Most token over here. Most token, oh, no results found. Here we go. Most wanted. This is the right one. And if you want to verify that this is the right one, because people can make scam coins, all right? People can make scam copycats, duplicates that look like it's Most wanted token, but it's not. So verify the contract address. Always verify the CA. The CA on this one is 0xe33. Let's go over to the DEX screener. Look at this chart and confirm 0xe33. And it ends in 5cc. And this one ends in 5cc. Okay, so we're on the scanner. We've confirmed. And look at how many holders Most has. 3,000 holders. So because Best has 8 times lower holders, 8x lower holders, remember, 500 holders, 3,000 holders. Well, does that mean maybe it's got 8x more potential? 8x less sell pressure, 8x less market penetration? I believe that's what that means. I'm talking about these two because I hold them, right? And we can look at a long-term meme coin too. This meme coin DMND has been going for quite some time now, all the way back since September of 2023. And look at this is an example of when an actual community forms, and also it's like a solid meme. Like the meme itself is hex.com diamond, which is the actual diamond that Richard Heart bought. I mean, this is just a meme coin, right? It's not nothing to do with the actual diamond other than a reference to the PulseChain lore of the hex.com diamond. And look on the right on the homepage here, the hex.com diamond was purchased and it's billions of years old. It came from outer space. It's 555.5 carats. And Richard Heart bought it for cultural heritage, Hexagon cultural heritage. It's amazing. I mean, it's pretty crazy, right? And that's totally up to him. And look, what kind of scammer buys a diamond and just posts it on the homepage of his website? Well, somebody better make a meme coin. Luckily, they did. And this meme coin right here, look, steady growth. You know, if you bought it at the lows in November, you'd be up 144x right now. If you bought it at the very low over here, you'd be up like 250x. So some of these meme coins have somewhat sustainability. And look, still relatively low, only $29,000 of liquidity. So what makes this one pumpable is that the liquidity is so low. Let's round that up to 30K. What would happen if we 4x'd the bid side? Let's say $90,000 flows into Diamond. Well, that means you'd 16x the price from here. So look at how low liquidity this is. I mean, this is one that I know there's people that like it. There's people that have been talking about it for months. And obviously it's had some success so far, but only 59K liquidity, 60K. A lot of these pump tires coins already have more liquidity than that. So the pumpable aspect of DMND is not so much the holders, because let's check out the holder count. 1875. Somewhere in the middle, right in between most token and best token, you've got DMND. Okay, so the holders is somewhere in the middle, but the interesting thing about this one is that the pumpability with such low bid side liquidity, 30K is low. Because for a lot of these whales, right, they have hundreds of thousands of dollars. They could come in with a single 6-figure clip. If somebody injected, 100K into this coin, you'd pump it. Again, 16x, because you'd basically be 4xing the bid side. The bid side, okay, so whatever liquidity is right here on PulseX, divide this number by 2. Because half of this is sell side, half of this is bid side. Half of this is in PLS, 30K of PLS, and then another 30K is in DMND coin itself. So those are things to look for, right? Now let's go back to best token. You might say, oh, well, why would I want to buy this coin? Look at how wrecked is this coin? Exactly, right? And that's exactly why if you don't take the risk, you'll never get the gains, because people like to buy the tops. I'll show you guys. Let's pull up this bin down here. Look where it says transactions. Well, if you click on top traders right here, this is another way to analyze meme coins. And we can see, if we filter by unrealized gains, here's a guy that bought $380,000 worth and only sold $3,000 worth so far. So far he's at a P&L of 377K, and if he dumped all of his coins right now, he'd only make $65,000 back. That's what the unrealized gain and loss means. So he would be selling at a loss if he sold. And we could filter by his transactions. Look where my mouse is. We could take some of these top holders and analyze how much of a threat they are to the actual price. So if we say we filter, look at this guy. What did I tell you? People love to buy the tops. I think this guy sold a bunch of P-Dye to go chase this coin and bought the top. Now look, he hasn't cheated yet. Right? But you could say, well, maybe this guy is somewhat of a threat to the price in the future. But I'd rather have threats to the price that I can count on my 2 hands than, thousands of holders that you have to analyze and spend all day and worrying about whether or not these guys are going to dump. Look, at the end of the day, driving new demand is going to help. But, we can speculate on this guy all we want. We could speculate on this guy here, the 380K top buyer, and say, well, is he just going to get out as soon as he's in profit? Maybe. But the more of these guys you can shake out, the more room that gives the price to go up. And because this guy was an emotional top buyer, I'm sorry if you're out there. I'm not trying to pick on you, but look, if the price goes right back up to your entry price, are you really going to exit? Or are you going to let it ride? Because a lot of people, when the price goes up, they don't want to sell because, what if it just does another 2x? This is basic human psychology. People like to buy the tops. They hate to sell the tops. So even if this guy does get back in profit one day, which, I think Best is pretty pumpable right now, considering it's Richard Hart's developers meme coin. But will he dump? Will he exit? This is a very interesting thing. Top traders. Click on the top traders. Let's go analyze most token, all right? Again, we pull up the bin. Transactions means nothing to us without filtering the data somehow. And you could see your own address here, right? If you want to copy and paste your own address into the maker field. If you want to see where you've made all your buys and sells for your own record keeping, sometimes this is useful just to track your own profits and losses. Because sometimes I forget exactly what price I bought in at, But if you go to top traders, where my mouse is here, this is how you pick out individual winners and losers, right? So look at this guy in most token. It's automatically sorted by P&L, profit and loss. P&L, this guy's bought $33,000 worth. And right now, he's the biggest profiter on most token with $317,000 worth. Now, this isn't the only way people make profits, okay? So if I was going to do like a V3 liquidity position or, if there's some tricks you can do of like pulling liquidity at various times to make profit but not actually show up on this P&L chart for people to just like analyze you all day. But look at this guy, just plain and simple. He bought 33K. He sold 351K, and his overall profit was 317K, right? 351 minus 33 is 317. And he's still got some coins left. So look at his unrealized. His unrealized profit and loss is 57K, meaning he still has 650,000 coins out of his original 6 million coins. And what's cool is when you filter by unrealized, you filter by all the potential sell pressure that people could have. Now you might be worried about this and say, oh no, look, 1.4 million, this guy's got $1.4 million. He bought one time all the way back here. He bought 8,000 bucks worth and now he's got $1 million of profit. But you got to realize he can't sell this $1 million of profit. There's only 631K total PLS in the buy side, meaning if he drained the entire liquidity pool, if he one click dumped this to zero or almost zero, he wouldn't even get $1.4 million. He'd get maybe like $500,000. Which is probably not worth it for these guys to dump and then ruin the party for everybody. You know, people get incentivized when they have a lot of coins. They get incentivized to then go talk about the coin, and this is how people work, right? Create more demand so that you can have an easier time exiting. All right, this is just the game. All right, I'm just exposing it for people that might not understand. This is why also you might just choose to play a longer term game. All right, I really think it's more wholesome just to buy and hold long term. But look, the appeal to authority with Richard Hart making a meme coin, Richard Hart's dev making a meme coin. Some meme coins have communities like DMND. Not all meme coins are total trash. Okay, but look at these guys. Unrealized gains of $1 million, 800K. So if you add all these top 10 guys up, you've got like $3 or $4 million in the top 20 holders, like $5 million of unrealized profit. Look at this guy. He bought $46,000. He's already taken $250,000 in profit. So far his P&L is 203K, but look, he's still got about half his coins left. 11 million of his coins is still left over. That's worth almost $1 million today. So people are winning over here, especially on most. People are winning on HEX still. People are winning on PulseX, PLS. The people that bought and hold, okay, or that keep buying at the lows. So a lot of people get scared. They say, oh, look, it's so wrecked. The chart of most, it's down. We could chart it over here. Click on this. Scroll down to date and price range. Oh, no, it's down 67% in 4 days and 8 hours. Such a short term, such a short period of time, by the way. Okay, so down 66%. Now you got to ask yourself, is this dead forever or is it going to go back up? Is this consolidation? Some people say, oh, wrecked. Why would I ever buy that coin? It went down so much. Same thing with HEX. Psh, why would I ever buy HEX? It's down 98%. Well, you'd buy it because you think that it's opportunity, because you're buying low and selling high. The pleb mindset is to not touch something when it's low and to only buy it when it's high. That's the losing attitude. Like, let's say, like, I don't care if you believe in best token or not right now, but just as an example, let's say that the best token really does have a diamond-handed holder, that this is actually going to go up in the future. Let's say hypothetically, I have no idea, it could go to zero. The people that look at this chart and they say, well, you know, look at how far down it is. And they just say, oh, wrecked. You know, if you don't see the opportunity, then you don't see the opportunity. No one's forcing you to buy any of these. But I'd much rather buy this coin at this price than buy the absolute top and then be back holding it down. But the euphoria gets people, and this is just like a microcosm of markets, okay? It's easy to kind of analyze human psychology, is what I'm saying, in meme coins when there's just less going on. There's less people. So, number of holders, and then you can see the total unrealized gains and losses, right? And look at best, you know, compared to most, there's hardly any sell pressure. These guys only have, you know, combined in the top 20, maybe 400 grand, 500, $500,000 maybe of total sell pressure. Then again, as the price of the coin goes up, their unrealized gain is going to be bigger. So they're going to have more sell pressure. So you can sit around worrying all day about the guys that are going to dump on you. Again, you don't have to play this game, but the things that really matter are like holders. How sticky are the holders? How many holders does it have? Because remember, a lot of these meme coins are not going to last more than 6 months. It's just a fact of meme coins, all right? Has it penetrated through to like mainstream, to like PulseX? Is the logo even on PulseX yet? Sometimes is the DEX screener page updated? Do people put a banner here? Did people ever put a website and description here? This costs $300 to do, right? So it's like the least you could do, you know, for a stupid meme coin. It's like, least you could do is give it a description. And then of course you can go over here and you can analyze all the holders. Remember, the total supply of all these coins is 1 billion if it came from pump tires. And if it's got a lot of holders, it means like you're not as early, which is pretty simple. There's no right or wrong way to play this, but that's how you use DEX Screener to analyze liquidity. And liquidity matters a lot more than market cap too. So everyone says, oh, 5 million market cap, it needs to go to 500 million market cap. Like, I mean, if 100x is 5 million market cap, right? Some people say, oh, from 5 million to 500 million, that's a $495 million difference. It doesn't matter though. What matters is the price. Okay, not the actual, like, it's not that $495 million has to come in to pump this to 500 million market cap. That's just not true. The amount of money that has to come in to pump this is about 100K. Let's say you want to do 100x, right? Well, you'd have to 10x the bid side. So the actual amount of money to pump this about 100x is, just over $1 million. So do the actual math and just don't fall for the noob thinking about market cap. But look, it is how a lot of people reference coins. Oh, it's only 5 million market cap. Okay, that's true. But then ask yourself, to actually get to that next price that you want, what's the liquidity? That matters more. How many holders does it have? How many people are already in profit? Are there a whole bunch of people that got in early? But then, some of these people take profit, they distribute it to new holders, and it's just a chaotic system. Look, it's really not worth your time to even be doing this, but if you're going to do it, just try to do it smartly. I rotate all my profits back to HEX, PulseX, INC, PLS, and these coins are having a good day. Look at this. HEX is up 17.7%. My staking ladder is very happy about this. My INC token, the INC yield just got cut by 1/10 of what it used to be. So a huge liquidity pool. I also pulled my liquidity, by the way. I also pulled my PulseX V1 liquidity. Well, most of it. And I think I'm anticipating, I don't know. I'm reading all these moves of Richard Hart, staking HEX, lowering the inflation yield of HEX, amplifying the buy and burn with pump tires on Pulse and PulseX, decreasing the inflation of INC token. I'm taking this as a signal that maybe there's bullish times around the corner. I don't want to be exposed to impermanent loss right now. I'm holding my coins liquid. I'm holding more of my coins liquid than I have been for the last 2 years, right? Because I just pulled out my liquidity. Now you can do whatever you want. You might want to leave your liquidity in, but if you do want to leave liquidity in, just make sure you're doing it in PulseX V2. All right, PulseX V2, if you go to liquidity over here, V2 is the one where you actually make fees. So if you're not just pulling your liquidity, you probably just want to pull it, guys. Honestly, if you had any LPs earning INC, it's probably not going to be the INC yield, which is super low right now, is probably not going to be worth it to make up for impermanent loss. Unless the price of INC, quadruples. Maybe if it does like a 5x, then okay, maybe the stablecoin pools will be back at like 50% APR like they used to be, which was absurdly high. And as we saw, people were perma-dumping. But until it gets back there, I pulled out because I'm also priming the pump. And everybody, look, about 50% of the total global liquidity has been pulled over the last couple days. Because I believe this lowering of the inflation rate up here is a signal. Richard Hart's nice enough to be giving us a week. This is just my belief. I could be totally wrong. But he might be giving you basically a couple more days to basically prepare yourself for something. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Could be wrong. And if you do want to stay in the liquidity pools, don't forget to migrate over to V2 so that you're actually earning transaction fees. That's the whole point of providing liquidity. That's what offsets your impermanent loss if you want to risk it. All right, so best token, most token, DMND, core coins, pick your poison. Have a good day. I hope you learned something. Like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, and be smart. Use a blockchain explorer, scan.pulsechain.com. Use DEX Screener. Analyze liquidity. Analyze holders. Hope this was useful. See you on the next one.